Hello everyone, welcome back to Science Data Science YouTube channel. I'm Anita Jingan, I'm a founder of Science Data Science. Today I am going to discuss with you or going to teach you about what is data pre-processing. And this video is perfect for beginner, professional, intermediate, all level of the students. If you are a beginner, it will help you to build a strong foundation in the data pre-processing because I am going to show you the each and every step in detail visually. So you will understand in actual what is data pre-processing. Many students have a confusion between like the data pre-processing and analysis as well. And if you are a professional or intermediate, it will help you to brush up your skills. This video also contains a quiz, so it will help you to know how much did you understand from my video, and you can write down the answer in the comment box. Definitely I will check your answers and reply. So keep watching, keep patience and stay with me up to the end of the data pre-processing because I have so much important information to share with all of you. Okay, so let's start. So today's agenda is what is data preprocessing, what is a simple imputer, how to handle the missing value using simple imputer like numerical data, categorical data, and what is the inconsistency in data set and how to handle it. So I am going to cover up these topics today. Also, I will show you how you can implement it using Python. And in the part 2, I will continue this like the notebook, and you will learn what is the scaling or standard scaler, why you use it, what is encoding and its type, and what is pipeline and column transformer. And then again, we will continue with the same example. So you are going to get a lot of stuffs, most important stuff, especially for if you are a beginner. So don't miss this video. Stay with me, keep learning with me, or keep learning with Psych Data Science. So let's start from here. Now, if you look at this screen, so what is data pre-processing? If you have something in your mind, you can write down in the comment box as well. If you have any knowledge, you can share with me. Okay, so you can see on the screen, it is divided into two parts. Like data pre-processing, this is I have divided into two parts for your easiness. So you can understand. Okay, so why I have divided it into two parts is because it is related to in my upcoming video with the very important topic that is data leakage. Okay, so today I will also give you the little bit overview why I have divided it. Number one, the very important thing in your data pre-processing is first you will explore the data only. We call it exploratory data analysis. So in this you will only explore, you will not take any action on this like to transform the data except for the few things like removing the duplicates. Okay, and if there is any like a missing value in the target, you can delete it. Okay, but rest of the every action you will take after the split of the data. That's why I have divided it into two parts: data set split, before data set split, and after data set split. The reason behind is if you handle the missing value before the split of the data like into train and test, and you have handled the missing value, it will create a data leakage, which is the biggest like the mistake at a beginning level every student does. They check the missing value, immediately they start handling it without splitting the data, which is not a wise decision, and it will create a problem for you when you will validate the data, because it will give you the good accuracy above 95% during training, but when you validate the data, predict the new like the data on the test using test data, it will fail. So that's why I am telling you this thing in start at a beginning level, so you can fit in your mind whenever you are transforming the data or you are handling the missing value, this everything will be done after the data set split. Okay, so how you will split the data set, I will show you using the Python. but now our goal is to discuss about to understand what is data preprocessing. Okay. So explore the data set means in this you will check how many missing value you have, duplicates value. If there is any like the missing value in the target variable, then you can delete the row. Okay. You can delete the duplicates as well before splitting the data. There is a no harm, no data leakage. Okay. So in this, maybe you are thinking what is data leakage, but I will explain it in my upcoming video. Okay. So now, once you are done with the like you are checking of this, exploring the data, now it's a time to clean the data, because now up to this level you know how many features, how many columns, records, and how many missing value, duplicates value exist in your data set. You did not take any action yet. Okay. So after this, the data cleaning, this step, you can start data cleaning. Here you will perform the data manipulation. You will handle the missing value here. Okay. And you will also check for the inconsistency as well. So we will handle the data set here. Whatever requirement is there, either it's a handling missing value, checking inconsistency, or you need to manipulate the data. Everything will be done after the data set split into train and test. Okay. We call it data cleaning. This is also the part of your data pre-processing. Okay. And here you can see impute the missing value. You will impute the missing value with mean, mode, median, right? If you don't know what is this, then you can go back and watch my first video. Okay. And then we implement or handle the missing value using the advanced method. This is the simple imputer. Okay. So this method is inbuilt in Python. This is the package or library you import, and you can handle the missing value very easily in Python. And this will also fasten your execution time. It takes less memory, very fast, and it avoids the mistakes as well. It's easy to track. Okay. And check for inconsistency means if there is a different units exist in your features. I will show you. Okay. And then there is a data transformation. Now you have explored the data. You have cleaned the data. Now next step is you will transform the data. Okay. Transform means you will like convert the clean data into the machine language data. For example, if in your data set, there are a categorical feature, right? Machine does not understand any categorical data type. So you need to convert the categorical data into numerical data. Okay. So then we call it data transformation, and then you will fit onto the model. Okay. And you use it for the numerical data. You also need to scale it. And if you have a categorical data, you use these methods encoding, label encoding, or one-hot encoding. Okay. So this was the definition of the data preprocessing. I have divided it for your convenience so you can understand. Although three parts are part of your data preprocessing, nothing is different. This is just for convenience to make you understand which steps you should implement before splitting of the data, and which steps you should implement for data preprocessing after split of data. And you will understand this like the why did I make this diagram more deeply when I will give you the lesson on data leakage. I will reconnect this slide again with my data leakage. Okay. So don't worry. These are the three steps comes under data pre-processing. Okay. So now I will explain you one by one in detail. So what is a simple imputer now? Okay. So you understand you are going to handle the missing value using simple imputer. Okay. It's the biggest part of your data preprocessing because you need to clean the data first before transforming the data. So simple imputer is a class in the sklearn. Sklearn is a machine learning library in Python you use for fitting or declaring the models, instantiate the models, and apply it onto the data set. So this is used to fill the missing value in the data set with the specific strategy. Okay. By default, simple imputer strategy is main. It will fill the missing value if you don't mention any strategy in its as a parameter. I will show you how. Then it will pick up the mean strategy by default. It helps clean the data before training a machine learning model. So in Python, you import it like this way from sklearn.impute, import simple imputer. This is from the like a sklearn is your package, and then you are like import this package and then import the simple library. Okay. Now, the next topic is handle numerical data missing values using simple imputer. So this is I have tried my best to like explain you in a very simple way so you can understand. So look at the diagram. So this is the data set. This is the number of advertisement and total sales. Okay. So if there is a 7 number of advertisement, then total sale will be is done $14. And you can check in the second record, second row, this is the missing. We don't know how many number of advertisement, but we know the price. So this column is known as target and this is independent variable. So based on the number of advertisement, the model is going to predict the total number of the sales price. How much profit you got, okay? The number, like the, if number of advertisement 8, then the price will be $16. But you need to find or fill this missing value into your data set, okay? So you can now impute this value using this simple imputer. So how would you do it? You will declare in Python using this. First, you need to import that package I showed you in the previous slide. And then you will mention simple imputer strategy is equals to mean. So if you don't mention this strategy, by default, it will pick up the mean strategy. Okay. It has the 3 strategies, mean, mode, median. Okay. Now, if I applied this strategy, it fills the value, it take the mean of this column and then fill it with this one. Okay. If you want to do the mathematical calculations, you can 7 plus 8 divided by 3. Okay. So total number of records. So it will take the average and fill it here. So this is the way you can impute or handle the your numerical missing data. And it's very easy. Okay. I will also show you in Python how you can implement it. Next thing, very important. Now the question is you have a 3 strategies. So when you should use the mean, mode, median, this is a big question mark for every student, even sometime for professional. When should I use the mode, median or mean? So mean we use basically if there are no outliers and your data distribution is in the normal form, okay? It's a normal form, there is a no skewness in the data, then you can straightforward apply the mean strategy. Mode we most probably use for the like your categorical data, but you can also use for the numerical, but we don't use it. Here, the mode is used as a most frequent. So which value is more occurring most of the time in your feature? At that time, you fill the value missing value using mode. And the next one is your median. So what is the median? Median you can use if your like the data distribution has some skewness. Okay, it has some left right skewness, there is a tail in the data and there are outlier exist in your data set, then you can apply the median strategy instead of mean for numerical data because it doesn't care about the outliers. Okay, it ignores the outliers and it help you to fill the missing value correctly. But mean is not robust to the outliers. So use the median if you found the outliers in your data set. So these important tips you need to keep in your mind. Either you are a beginner or you are a professional. Okay. So now we will move ahead. Now we will talk about handle the categorical missing value using simple imputer. So this is the like before imputation, this is your one feature of the data set, but I will show you the detailed data set in your Python example. So first try to understand if this is the categorical data. right? You can see here is the car model, different car models exist here, Ford, Kia, Ford. So you can see the Ford is repeating many times. So if you apply the simple imputer strategy here, you will fill it with the most underscore frequent. Remember this thing, if you forgot to mention the strategy name here, it will by default pick up the mean. It may throw you the error because it's not numerical data. So for categorical data, you can use the most frequent. Okay. And then it filled it after imputing the data, it filled it with the Ford because Ford is repeating many times in this feature, right? So this is the meaning of most underscore frequent and mode. They both are the same strategy. You can use it as an interchange like the terms, okay? But in the simple imputer, we pass the most underscore frequent. Okay. So this was like till so far you have like see the definition of data preprocessing, how to handle the what is simple imputer, why you should use it, what are the different strategy of the simple imputer, how to handle the numerical value, and when you should use mean, mode, median, and then handle how to handle the categorical value as well. Okay. So now here, handle inconsistency in the dataset. How will you handle the inconsistency in the dataset? Inconsistency means you look at this column. So this is the gender column. You can see here the male value start with the capital M. This is a start with the small m. This is somewhere big capital F title, right? Small, big, small. So this is ongoing. So this kind of like the values called inconsistency in dataset. Okay, this is called inconsistency. Very important. Whenever you have the feature belong to categorical, you need to first check missing value, and then you definitely need to check the inconsistency for categorical data set. Sometime at a beginning level, students forgot about to check the inconsistency. Okay, this is not good because when you will convert this data into numerical data, then it will affect a lot. Okay. Here, then you can see here, it's a very simple. You don't need to use here your simple imputer. You will just declare gender column where like a lowercase male, it should convert it into big like the male and same with the female. And then we will replace your df.gender. This is your column. Replace with the gender all. So automatically you are all like the values in the column will automatically replace with this single piece of code. Replace method is very popular for the string Python, so you can use this. Okay. If you don't know how to what is a replace method, you need a more information about it, you can see my Python list playlist. Okay. So after replacing it, you can see now there is a consistency. Every like the value comes under the gender, your column, starting with the title letter. Okay. And now we will move ahead. So this is a quiz for you. So it will help you. How much did you understand like my video till so far? And it's a break as well of a 10 seconds. So look at these two questions and quickly write down the answer in the comment box and I will definitely reply on your answers. Okay. So what is the default strategy of simple imputer in scikit-learn? So you need to choose one of the option from A, B, C, D. When should you prefer the median strategy over the mean strategy for handling missing value? This is the most important interview question as well. Okay. The questions I'm asking during the video, this is going to help you to prepare for your interview as well. Okay. So now you can answer. Your time is start. You have a 10 second. All right. So now here, till so far, you have learned the very most important topic of data cleaning. Now I am going to show you how you can implement it using Python. So we will click on this. So these are the steps I'm going to implement today. Okay, so we will like do it, handle this one. Okay, so you are going to see first 10 steps. Okay, and now first of all, you need to import the libraries which is required. Okay, NumPy pandas used for data manipulation. sklearn is the most important library. This is you are going to use for like imputing, writing, declaring algorithms, instantiate the like your name of the algorithm which you are going to implement. We are not going to implement today, but we are going to implement it in the upcoming video. Okay. So and this is the like make column selector, make column transformer. I will also explain this in the next video. Otherwise, it will be too much for you in the single video, okay? And this is the important library like standard scalar, one hot encoder, ordinal encoder. These all libraries you use for transforming the data into numerical form, okay? And then you have a pipeline. Pipeline is another like the way very fast you can create a pipeline using a single line, and then you can fit onto the model. You don't need to write a long pieces of code. This is the fastest method to transform your data. Okay. And then we are using this at config just to show the diagram properly. Okay. So now predict the sale price of the, what you are going to do in this, predict the sale price of a diamond based on measurement of the diamond. So you need to predict the sale price of the diamond based on the given feature of the diamond. So first of all, you can upload the data set here. I have already uploaded. You can click here. It will open the window and you can like upload the data set. I will share the data set link in the notebook as well and in the description box as well. So here you are using the PD. This is the your pandas like the object. Where did we create it? We have created it here. Okay. So you will declare df is equals to pd dot read underscore csv and then this one. Then you can run it. It is executed. And if you want to look at the data set, you can print it like this. Okay. So this is your data set. By looking at this data set, you don't know right now. If you look at this, you will say this is categorical column, this is categorical, this is numerical, but you are not clear. Sometimes you are looking, when you are looking at the feature column, it contains numerical numbers, but it is kind of object. This is called like this basically belong to categories. Okay. So now if you don't want to look at the full like whole data set, then you can also look at for the first 5 rows like this way using the head function. Okay, so this is also the very good interview question, how you can load the first 5 rows in the data set. Then you can answer it df.head. And if interviewer is asking you, can you load the first 20 rows, then you can say yes using head method like this. Okay, so this is very important. Okay, now after that, here we go. This step is most important. Okay, the slide I showed you in the beginning, I showed you like the divided it into two parts, before split, after split, right? And the second point is, if you like that can be the cause of like the data leakage if you are like handling the missing value before the split. And second most important thing you need to fit in your mind, whenever you are working with your data set, always make a copy of the data set. Don't do any data manipulation in your original data set. Don't touch it. So here I am making the copy of my like the original data set into this EDA machine learning. And then I am going to do everything on this data set, not the DF. Tomorrow you may have a million billions record, right? If you manipulate the data, maybe you need to go back, right, to see your original values. Then how would you see? You lost your original data. So keep the safe copy of your data. When you start doing the analysis, this is the like a wise decision, and it should be your thumb rule. Okay. Here you will like copy the data set in this data frame, and then I'm just dropping the this column unnamed 0, because these kind of columns, either you have an extra id column or like this index column, there is a no use. It is not going to contribute to train the model, so you can drop it blindly. Okay, so you don't need to think a lot about it, you just drop it. Okay, and here we have used in place is equals to true because I want to make a permanent changes in my copied data. Okay, so you can drop it and make a permanent changes. If you don't use this parameter, then what will happen? It will not make any changes permanent in this data frame. Then you need to reassign. Okay, I have explained it in a detail in my Python playlist. Okay, you can go back and watch that video, my Python playlist. And x is equal to 1 because we are talking about the column wise dropping. We don't want to drop row wise, we want to drop row column wise. So that's why I mentioned x is equals to 1. Otherwise, by default, it's a rule. Okay. Now you will check the duplicate missing and any inconsistency in the data. So how will you check? You can use df.isNA. If you want to use a isNull, you can also use the isNull. This is your choice, but result will be same. Sometime interviewer ask about the like what is the difference between is null or is NA? No difference. We use these terms interchangeably. Okay, so both are same. So this is very important. Many questions will come up on missing value. What is null? What is NaN? How would you going to handle the missing value? Which strategy you will apply? Why did you apply this strategy? Maybe they will give you the scenario questions, right? So whenever you are practicing the missing value, like the cleaning, so focus on this at a deeper level. Okay. Now here we will check the now duplicate. So how will you check the duplicate? Again, you will declare this, and you can you see if I have typed, your Google Colab is automatically showing you the methods you can apply. Okay, so I will just press the tab and then tab. It's done. So here your duplicated method dot sum is going to give me the number of duplicates value exist in your data set. Okay, so this data set and these steps I am doing before splitting of the data set. Okay, I will add the heading here. Here we can add one text. Steps need to follow before the data set. Okay, so this is you are making a copy, that's fine. Then you are dropping the like the column which is not required, and then we are checking the missing value. I'm not handling here the missing value, so just checking. Then I'm checking the duplicates. Duplicates I can drop. You can also drop it later on after split, but then you need to split like a drop it from the different arrays because you have already split it. So the wise decision is drop the here duplicates because there is a no contribution they will give you when you will train your model. There is a no contribution from the duplicates value because it's the same, because your model has already learned about using the same values, and then you giving the same values again, no use. Okay, for example, if I'm teaching you one topic, you have learned it and you crack the exam, again I'm saying you I will teach you with the like teach you on the same topic. So this is just a waste of time for you, right? So same thing is for the model. So you need to drop here. So how would you drop it? So you will say idiot drop the duplicates in place is equals to true. My dear friends, if you want to see the use of in places is equal to true, you need to see my Python playlist. Okay, but in short, I can tell you this is going to make permanent changes in your EDA underscore ML data frame. Okay, so we will drop it. Now we will look for the complete information of the data set. So why you use this method? If interviewer is going to ask you the question, how would you like come to know how many records, different data types, and missing value with the one method? What is that one method? So you have answer df.info. So in our case, we don't have a like a df, we have a this, and you have a this info method like this. Look at this now. So it is telling you how many records you have, right? How many columns you have, which column is of what type. Okay, so you have a complete information. You will also come to know how many missing value here, because here it is showing you the like total entries. Here it is showing you the missing value as well, because this is less than this one. Okay, but again I'm saying you can use this method to check the missing value count, but my recommendation is use the is null method as well. Okay, make your habit to use that method as well. Okay, now if you want to look at the statistics of the numerical features in your data set, so then you can use the method describe. So describe only and only work on the numerical data. It doesn't work on the categorical data. You can see here. So it contains only the numerical data. Okay. So this is like when, and now I'm going to interpret the describe. Here your information, listen it carefully, right? Because many students know about what the describe method does. They just give the answer in one line, like it will show the statistics of the numerical value in the data set, but they don't know what statistics value, what is the use of that, why you are using this describe method. Okay, so this is very important, and interviewer basically asks these questions as well. So you can see this is showing at the top the total number of records in each feature, and then it is showing the mean value. Look at this. Okay, and it is also showing the maximum value as well. So if you look at the mean value first and then maximum, then it will also show you there are outliers, right? Because here maximum value, this is 5.01 and the mean is this. So you can see the maximum value is very far away from the mean. Okay. So this means this is going to be like outlier exist in this column. Okay. Now maybe you are thinking what is the mean and what is that? I will like show you here by drawing. Okay. So look at this. So this is your graph. Okay. So let's say there is a one line. Don't worry about right now. The regression, I'm using the regression model example. These are the data points. Okay. So we can assume this is your mean. Okay, this is the mean value here. Okay, now your this data point lie here. Let's say this one. Okay, so you can see there is a huge difference between the mean and this line, the mean one. Okay, so this is the difference, this one. So this is called, this point is known as outlier. Okay, so that's why describe method show you many things. You should know how to interpret it. Interpretation is very important in AI. So you can here you have a standard deviation value. It is showing you minimum value 25% per percentile, 50%, 75, and maximum. Okay, I hope it makes a sense to you, and now you will be able to explain about the statistics of the your numerical data in the data set. Okay, if you still have any question, feel free to contact us, right? You can post your question in the comment box and contact us at contact@sciencedatascience.com. Okay, and then you have a like the next column, same like the way you need to interpret. Okay, now you are done with the steps which should be you implement before split. Now it's a time to spread the data. So we have explored the data. This is the one part of your data pre-processing. Now we will split the data. Why you need to split the data? Now it's a time to clean the data. Okay, and transform the data. We are not going to transform today. We are only going to clean today, whatever I have told you in the slides. Okay, so here you will separate the target variable from the existing features. So what are the existing or independent features? These one, right? So this is all independent feature. This is your target because you want to like predict the price of the your diamond, and this is all our features. This is called independent features. We also call the independent features predictors. Okay, because the carat value, cut of the diamond, color, clarity, depth, table, and value of XYZ of its different sizes, thickness, okay, of the your diamond, it is going to help you to decide the price of the diamond. So this means your price dependent on these independent variables. Okay. Now here we go. So you will drop the price from the this feature. Okay. Because we always separate the target feature from the independent feature before we start cleaning or before we train the model. And then we will use the train test split library here, which you imported above using sklearn. Okay. Now you will declare the variable xtrain, xtest, ytrain, ytest, and then you will pass the independent feature x, which you separated here, and then y. Here I am setting the test size 30. If you want, you can make it 20. So this means, sorry, so this means why you mention the test size. If you don't mention, even it will like divide your data set into two parts. Now, so what does it mean? Look at this. You have a 53K 795 entries. So now when I apply the train test split on this, it will divide the data into the ratio of 7 to 20. Sorry, 80 to 20. 80 records will be your like the this train test split will place for the training to train the model, and 20 records it will place to evaluate the model. Because when you train the robo, for example, if I give you the like layman example, you are my student, I am giving you the instructions, I am giving you the content, right? So now you have learned from the content, you have learned from the questions answer, and now it's the time for you to give the exam. So what will be that exam? Those 20 records. So I will give you the exam, those 20 questions, and I will test you. What have you learned? Okay. So I will give you the 20 questions, 80 questions I have already given you to train you with the answers. Now I will give you the 20 questions. There is a no answer. You will write down the answers. So this is the same thing with the model. So you will like train the model using 80 records, 20 records you use to evaluate the model. You will not tell answer, you will just put the data and predict it. Okay. So now that's why I'm just explaining about this. If you don't mention it, it will automatically pick up the 25%. By default, it's I think 25%. And then random state is equals to 42. There is a like story behind it. I will tell you what. So you can use instead of 42 any number. Okay. But if you don't use it, okay, what will happen? If you don't use random state with any value, then whenever you rerun the value, right, you will execute this instruction. It will show you the different output every time. Okay. I will show you how. Now look at this value. Okay. So it is starting from 3335. Now I will rerun. It is still same. So it is loading the same records. Okay. So if I remove it, so make a new note. Now look at this. It is changed. Now I will again run it. It is again changed. So this is the difference. That's why you use the random state. So by declaring the random state, your train test split set a sum like the way to send the values to the model and just keep on sending randomly but in sequence. Okay. But at initial level, it will pick up at a random level. So we will declare again random. Here we go, 42. But 42 number is taken from the Hitchcock's guide. Okay. I will share the link in the description box. There is a no technical significance to use the 42 number. You can use any number. You can use 3, 4, 5, any number. You can try if you want. Okay. And then prepare the data. Okay. So now we will move ahead. Now it's a time to separate the your categorical and numerical variable in the data set, because we want to handle, because the strategy to handle the missing value in the categorical or numerical is different. You cannot apply the same thing onto the numerical or categorical. That's why we will separate it. So over we should have the clean code, clean data. Okay. So first of all, you declare categoricals, xstring, you will select the data types, include is equals to object. So it will only now pick up the categorical object. Okay, only this one you can see here. It pick up the cut, ideal, premium, good. This is the different categories, and this is the color, and then clarity. It picked up the categorical features only. And then you can separate the numerical. So it picked up here the numerical one. Okay. If you want to see the numerical like this way, you can also write down the loop for this one. But this is the way you use it. Select D types means you are going to select the specific data type from your data set. Okay. And this is the way you are going to separate it. Okay. After split. So you can handle it in a separately. Now it's a time to you instantiate the simple imputer. Simple imputer, again, I'm telling you, this is the fastest way to handle the missing value. Okay. So first we will declare the mean imputer, because I want to apply the mean imputer on the numerical data. So maybe you are thinking how I decided it. This is I'm applying the default method. But when I will share this data set with you, you can look at it deeply and tell me if they like, can you, is it okay if we apply the median strategy on this? Okay. So then this is for categorical. We will declare simple imputer strategy mean, and then we will create a one instance for the your categorical data. Okay. And here you can also use the constant, but for this you should have the strong domain knowledge. Okay. I have just declared it just for your like the purpose of learning. We are not going to use it. Okay. Now you can fill the missing value. I have picked up the two the numerical column. I did not pick up the all, but if you want, you can pick up the all. If we go back and we can check the missing value here again by writing it EDA, this one, and then this. Now look at this. So I have already actually ran it, so it is not showing. So what we will do, we will rerun all. Okay. So we will restart the session. So you will be able to see. So it's done. We will run it again. This one. And then this one. Echo, copy, and this drop. And now look at this. Now there is a missing value, right? In X, there is a 5 missing value, 6 here, Z, 6 here. So I'm going to show you just for the purpose of how you can handle it. You can complete it at your end by downloading notebook. It will help you to practice as well. Okay. And then here is a missing value in these categorical columns and other. Okay. So we also have the missing value in the target variable. So the good idea is if you can drop the rows here only before this split of the data set. If you found any missing value in the target, you can drop those rows. Okay, records. And now we will go down. Here we will run this. Okay. This we have. This one. And here we are checking the missing value. Now we have already like declared like an instance of the simple imputer. Now I am going to run this. what we are going to do, you will use the mean imputer, the instance of the simple imputer for numerical value dot fit underscore transform. Fit underscore transform means it will first like handle the missing value, then it will transform the data and then fit onto the this data. Okay, so fit and transform does two steps to like the perform two steps, fit and transform the data. It will convert the data into machine language, like the language which is understood by the machine, either it's a numerical data or categorical data. Okay, and here then we have used the frequency imputer for the categorical. So I have chosen only one column categorical, clarity, to show you how it is going to fill your missing value. Okay, now I'm going to run it and I have already like written is now to show you. Now look at this. So it has handled the your x0. Now there is a no missing value in this and this one, and there is a no missing value here in the clarity. So your homework is you can add the other columns as well. These one which contains the missing value and then apply this method. Okay. And this was all about the basic things, most important things for you. And in my next video, we will continue with the same data set, but we will add more steps in this and I will repeat the whole process again step by step. Okay, so my today's goal was to understand you like what is a simple like what is the data pre-processing, which steps you should take before dataset split and why, and third, what is simple imputer, and what are the different strategies you can use with the simple imputer and how you can implement it using Python. Okay, and I will share all links in the description box, and you just keep learning, keep patience and stay with us. And if you are a beginner, don't forget to subscribe my channel for the upcoming video and with the lot of like the useful information. And if you are at an intermediate level and you are looking to prepare for the interview questions, so you can go to our like the website here, and we have the interview preparation section. You can also like solve the questions because this is all your, here we go, MCQ. Okay, so you can click here and you will find the different topics here. Okay, so you will find the questions for practice Python, data handling, and pre-processing. This is we are soon updating. This is for your SQL and this is your vocabulary. This is also very important. Okay, so I have shared the tips and tricks with my experience. And if you have any question, feel free to ask and stay with us. Happy learning. Have a good one. See you in the next video.